Hello fans, we're back with another episode. Today I'm with our star Dylan Frye. Hi Dylan.
Hi, how you doing?
I will try to talk with him to see how can we get to know him a little bit better. Hopefully everything's gonna go okay. So Dylan, you were born in 1997, so it's like a 7-year gap between us. Hopefully you're gonna play for like next 20 years like our OG Darrell Harris.
No, probably not.
Probably, we'll see. So, you play for 4 years for Bowling Green State University in Ohio. I checked, your stat was quite good for university, I would say. You end up with 9, 12, and 14 points. They always post that you are a really good shooter, that you hold a all-time 3-point record for threes in one season. I think 260 something.
I got all-time for career.
For career?
Career,
So not just for the season, for a career.
Yeah, career.
Oh, that's quite good. That's quite good. Then you play in a lot of teams in Europe, like Versace in Croatia, Gizem 46ers in Germany, CSM Targu Jew in Romania. Am I correct? Then Mornabar in Montenegro. Then you have a quick visit in Spain, in Menorca. Then you took away from there and you play in Spišský Ritter in Slovakia, then Czech, and you came here to Poland. So maybe we're gonna start from the beginning. How it all started with the basketball in your life?
It started when I was playing American football, and I broke my arm when I was 7.
Oh.
Yeah, so then ever since then...
You were into it.
Yeah. Ever since then, I transitioned to playing basketball, and then I fell in love with it.
Something specific, or somebody in your family played the basketball, or put the basketball in your hands, or it was
not really. It just my older brother, my dad, they played basketball, but it's not like they forced me. It just so happened till I ended up loving it after I was playing football.
Okay, but I was curious. Did you play in any AAU tournaments when you were young?
Yeah. So when I was probably ever since like 7, 8, 9, then I started playing AAU.
Yeah, okay.
And
tell me what you think about them, because like I think last month or 2 months ago, I heard, because I listen to a lot of former basketball players' podcasts and stuff like that from the news, and they say that the AAU changed, and for now they say that it's more like for the rich kid.
Yeah.
And not just for the basketball players.
Yeah, well,
is it really like that?
I think there's like two sides of it now. Some of it is where there's teams that are trying to get parents to pay, even though the kids might not be good enough, so they can get some money.
Okay.
But there's also the other side where there's a lot of talented players and they play for free, obviously. And
okay, I understand. Tell me, when you were young and you were, there was the beginning of the basketball and you started practice, were there any, I don't know, NBA or not NBA foreign player that you look up into? That you would like to say, yeah, I would like to play like him or like him? In Poland it was like everybody wanted to be like Mike when I was young. Yeah. But
for me, it was Dirk Nowitzki. Even though I don't play like him at all, but
yeah.
He was my favorite player.
Okay, that's not something that I heard often. But
yeah, and that's where I got my long hair from.
Okay, but because like the young people don't know that Dirk wasn't like the player that like he was finishing the game like just running and shooting the threes, because he when I saw his first game when he was like 19, 20, he was running, dunking on people and stuff like that. I was surprised. Okay, so you say Dirk Nowitzki. Okay, so maybe you got that 3-pointer after him. Maybe. Tell me how it looked for you, the transition from US to Europe. Like the rules in FIBA in Europe are like a little bit different.
Yeah.
It was tough for you, or how do you see which rules are you think better for basketball or for you?
I think it was a big transition for me. In my first year, in Croatia I didn't see it too much. The physicality that was allowed, like Croatia wasn't a super physical league. But the following year when I got to Lithuania is when I really noticed like the difference from America to Europe. And that's where I saw the difference of how much physical you can play, and you can hold and grab a little bit more than you can in America.
For now, the great example is like the Olympic Games or the World Cup, when the best teams face the US, and there's not a gap like it was like 20 years ago when you always win by 20, 30, 40 points. It didn't matter who you're gonna put into the US team.
Yeah, I think the different rules have a lot to do with that. With like defensive 3 seconds, there's not enough space,
and it's a little bit bigger court in US when you play in NBA. That's
true.
Yeah, imagine if you had like defensive 3 and offensive 3 seconds in Poland, and you can you just play ISO and you go into the basket and there's nobody.
There's nobody there.
There's nobody there, and somebody gonna help. You got an open corner, open 45.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And so tell me, after you visit a lot of countries, which for you will be the best country to live in?
To live in?
Yeah. And where do you see Poland and Inowrocławiu in this, ranking?
I really like this city a lot, just because I grew up in Miami, so I don't really like living in big cities anymore. So I like small cities. Like when I went to college in Bowling Green, it was a very small city in Ohio. And this is very similar to how it was. I love living in small little cities like this. And this city has everything you need. So honestly, this has been one of my favorite places to live. I like living in Brno as well, in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Which that was a bigger city, but
yeah. Hey, I was curious because when I checked on you and I saw Miami, Florida, and I was thinking like, you lived in Florida, Miami, grew up there, and now you're in Inowrocław, Poland, man. That is a tremendous change for your life and for everything. So, do you like food in here?
Yeah, I like the food. Yeah, I like the food. I just don't like the weather, but other than the cold weather.
Yeah, I know, but the thing that I like in Polish weather is that you got a little bit of everything.
True.
You got the snow, but this year you got that winter. Honestly, I have 35 years and I don't remember a winter like this. It's not about the snow, but about the degrees, like minus 25, minus 20. There were like a couple of days like this in every winter in my life, but not like 10, 15 days in a row when you had like minus 20, 25. Man, that was something, I would say. Okay. Maybe next one. What do you think about the first league? What were your expectations before the leagues? I remember that quick interview that we're gonna fight for the extra class and stuff like that. But now after playing like almost the whole season, what do you think about the first league?
I wasn't sure what to think because I've never played in like a second league before, but it's a really talented league. Like a lot of good players. It's very physical, this league.
Yeah, and now there's the first season that we are allowed like to play with more than one foreign player. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of you guys got the citizenship, and they got the
true.
So
it's a pretty good league. I like it. I mean, it's really talented, and it's a tough league. It's a tough league to win.
Yeah. Yeah, and now we had a tough, or you, I would say, because I see me like in the team all the time because I just end up playing like last year.
Yeah.
So tell me, because this season is a tough one. We had a coach change, tough losses. There was a lot of expectation because last season we played in the playoffs.
Yep.
And what was it like? A couple of tough losses, and the fans in Inowrocławiu are specific and they're demanding,
For sure.
And you see all the comments and stuff like that. So how it was like? I don't ask which coach is better, but what changed? What changed? Because we can see that something changed.
Yeah, I think just...
And so some players were at too.
Yeah, we made some good additions, adding Allen later in the year. With the new coach, he started using Daryl a lot more. We started playing more inside to Daryl and Shimon, which opened a lot of things up for everyone. Defensively, I think was the biggest key was just the rules we had that we have now with the new coach are just a lot more precise, and we follow what he says, and it's worked. For me personally, I think I played offensively better with our old coach, but also I don't really know because after my injury, I still don't necessarily feel 100%. So
but the last game here at home, you had a great one, man.
Yeah, but you could have great games and not feel 100.
Yeah, I know a little bit of that. I don't know how it is like to be a streaky 3-point shooter, but But tell me, when we are speaking about the first league, who do you see like right now as the winner for the first league? Because a lot of people said it would be Astoria or maybe Łódź, but I think honestly that they changed too much. They messed up too much.
Oh, for sure.
And
I don't think Łódź will win at all. I think if Bitcoach gets healthy, they'll probably win the league. But you never know.
Yeah,
you never know what can happen. A lot of teams are are really talented in this league.
Yeah, I think so too, because Astoria got team and Łódź got just personalities. And
Exactly.
you know, with that 3-on-2 tournaments and all
Yeah,
the
they're
thing
not
that,
really focused on.
Nah, they're not. I think that their biggest mistake was to, you know, releasing the coach.
Oh yeah, for sure. I saw they tried to hire him back. I don't know if
Yeah,
they
all that. The first time I seen something like this is the first time, man. Oh, we got 2 road games left with WKK Wrocław and Spójnia.
Yeah.
What do you think, and how do you see those games?
I'm excited. We got 2 more games. I think we can win. These are both 2 winnable games. We just have to stay focused, even though we have nothing necessarily to play for anymore because we're out. But
yeah, I know. I think that after the change of the coach, I don't say it's necessary because of the change of the coach, because you know, in basketball the easiest way is to change the coach, because you're not going to release like 12, 13 players, because it's impossible. So the easiest way to change something in a sports team, even you know, football or stuff like that, is to hire a new coach. So after the change, we can see that you can win with anybody.
Exactly.
Like with Łódź, you were fighting with Astoria, but something went wrong on the end, on the second half. But I think that you can win both of the game.
Me too.
Okay. Tell me in the next one, what do you usually do on the off season when the season's off? You train the off season or what?
Yeah, I train. Like I take like a week off, maybe, of just basketball. But I go and I lift like 6 times a week, and after a week I start playing basketball already again. I don't really take too much time off.
Okay.
Every other like weekend I go with my family somewhere. Or
okay.
we do something.
But you get after the season, you get back home and you get something. I don't know. You get some specific place where you train, or it doesn't matter for you, or some specific people that you train with, or players.
I used to train with Andrew Moran, but he's coaching now in college, so I have I train with like a couple different other guys, but yeah, just not specific anymore.
Okay, so when we're talking about family, tell me how it is like to have your family with you, how it is like to train with a newborn in a season, because it's like the second time for you. Yeah, this time we got one Frye from Inowrocławiu, so maybe he's gonna have a citizenship. I don't know.
Yeah, he was born here.
Yeah, he's born here, so we glad. Maybe he's gonna play someday here. But how it is your wife? Because I think that sports players, men, don't talk enough about and are not grateful enough about the wives and the women in your life, because they are in the shadow and they need to do all the dirty stuff. Because if somebody is in the game, he can see that you're playing, you're doing your best, but if you're gonna look aside, you can see your wife running with the kids, taking in all the hard work. And what does it mean for you?
My wife is the best, man. She's like superwoman to me. She takes care of the kids all day, and with the news, talking about the newborn, since it was right in the middle of the season, she really just took care of him like 95% of the time, because I had practice, or maybe I had a game and I had to get some good sleep, and she basically did it all.
Yeah, that's important for to have a woman that understands it.
Yeah, she does.
Because you know how it is sometimes. Yeah, you have your time now, I need my time. But if you have a woman that understands, that's the biggest reward you can have in life, I think. When I was seeing her, with the big belly and then the kid outside, I say, man, you're a lucky guy.
She's amazing. I can't be any more blessed to have her in my life.
Oh, that's great. And tell me, what's your biggest basketball accomplishment, and also your biggest basketball failure so far in your life? Maybe we're gonna start with it doesn't matter which one you want to start.
I say my biggest accomplishment is just playing professional basketball, because I never really even thought about this till I got to college, and I think it's probably And
so what were you thinking
I thought about like NBA, but playing like overseas in Europe, I never really thought of it like that. And then once I got here, I was like, wow, like I made it professionally, and it paid off, all the hard work and everything like that.
And because I was curious all the time, I was like, you're from the US. That's what, in my imagination, when I was a kid, I was always like, I want to play NBA. But, after a couple years, I just understand that.
Exactly.
That it's my ceiling is to play in, and my goal was to play in Inowrocławiu for all my life. But I was like thinking, how it is with you guys when you end up the 4 years, or even sometimes not the 4 years of the college, and you're not able to go to the NBA because of there can be a lot of circumstances. But
Yeah.
how it is like you get an agent then, or you get an agent during your college years, and he calls you and say, hey, we can do it with the NBA, but we got some great offers from the overseas. So
for me, it was during COVID. Like 2020 was my senior year, so everything shut down, and basically agents. Well, when I was playing, agents were contacting you after your season. Now I think players are already having agents because of all the NIL and stuff like that. But for me, it was after the season, agents started to contact me. I had to pick an agent, and then I was going to go try to get into the G League, but the G League was shut down. So then that's how I ended up going straight to Europe to Croatia for the first year.
Okay, so you never know if the G League will be on, maybe.
Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't know at that time, so I was like, nah, I don't want to wait.
But maybe that was the God's plan to be like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. And because I heard from somebody that you're a believer, and belief is part of your life. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
That's important for you. Yeah. Okay, that's great.
It is. Yeah.
That's something good. Okay, tell me, what was the best player that you ever played with? With.
Okay.
First is the with. Maybe we need to get back. What was your biggest failure as a basketball player?
Because My biggest failure is just never winning a MAC tournament when I was in college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing too much, but yeah, never winning it for my college. I really wanted to. They hadn't won a championship since 1968.
Ooh, that's a long time. But the MAC tournament, explain to the fans, it's like you need to win the MAC tournament to get to the Sweet 16?
No, if you win the MAC tournament, you make the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's one bid teams, you have to win your tournament to even make. So I never made it to March Madness.
Okay.
Because I never won the tournament, so. Yeah.
Sometimes I even wonder if the NBA Finals is the biggest event or the March Madness is the biggest event, because when you see how packed the gyms are on the NCAA games, sometimes I just I'm like blown out, and I say, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's something. Okay, so get back to my name. What was the best player that you ever played with and against?
The best player I ever played with was probably Justin Turner.
Okay.
In my opinion, he played a little bit in the G League. Now he's playing overseas now.
Okay. Are you in contact with the guys from your college? Or?
Yeah, I still talk to a couple people from college.
Okay. And the best you play against?
Honestly, I played against a lot of good players in AAU. I played against Trae Young, Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox. A lot of guys that Malik Monk. I can't even. There's a lot of people I played. I think the best to me is De'Aaron Fox that I played against.
Because of the quickness, or
he was the fastest player I've ever played against ever.
Yeah, you can see it. Quick. You can see it till now. I think maybe John Wall was faster with the ball when he was healthy. Maybe I will say, because De'Aaron Fox is so fast.
He was super fast.
Yeah. Okay. When we talk about the NBA, tell me, who's your GOAT debate? You think about it, or maybe you're like Michael Jordan. You heard his last interview about the GOAT debate?
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I just saw the quote. He was like, "There's no such thing as the GOAT" or something like that.
I think that he's a little bit right.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to compare eras, anyways.
If you can match with player versus player. It's hard to say. But who's your favorite player? Like in the NBA now.
My favorite now is Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Okay.
But if I had to pick a GOAT, I'd pick Michael Jordan. But to me, it's like the same. Him and LeBron are.
Yeah.
They're both just unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm picking LeBron maybe because I was a point guard, not a shooter. And you know how it was like Mike. I need to shoot it. Mike is, I would say, I never put Kobe in the conversation because he's like a copy of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he is.
He didn't have his own style.
I don't ever put Kobe in that conversation.
He don't have his own style. He was like the closest to MJ, but LeBron for me and what he's doing now.
Yeah, it's his.
Maybe I can compare Daryl Harris to him.
Yes, exactly.
But still for Daryl to play like this on this level,
it's so.
That's a perfect example here for Poland, for the young kids that we have. Just look up to Daryl, and if you want him, you can do it. Yeah, I would say like this. Do you watch NBA right now? Who's your favorite to win?
I haven't watched one game because the games are so late. So I don't know.
Okay, I'm just watching a lot of highlights. When I was younger, I was watching, I would say like every LeBron James game, but now I'm just watching highlights. But I think that the San Antonio Spurs is like a heavy favorite.
Yeah, they look good. OKC, I know, it's still the same.
Good, but you know they beat them like 3-1 in the season, so that's why I think.
True.
I think that they're gonna if they're gonna be healthy, yeah, and the Wembanyama gonna play like this.
Yeah,
because
I saw his last 2 games. He scored 40 points.
So. I never saw something like this because he's like 222 and he's moving like us.
Yeah,
that's just remarkable.
It's crazy.
You know, if you put like Sean Bradley or George Morrison next to them, they will just fall down onto the court. That's something unbelievable. Okay, so we're on the end of the interview. Maybe you got some advice for the young players. Now, what do you think about the young players right now? They are the same like they were like 20, 15 years ago. They're so solid. They know how to work hard. They stay after the practice. They are before the practice, or something changed with the young players?
It's hard for me to see. We don't really have too many young players on our team, but for the younger generation, I think it's just a little bit different. Like, kids aren't playing outside as more. Well, especially American kids.
And Poland is the same, I would say.
Yeah. And maybe too much on their phone, on TikTok, and all these devices that are just catching your attention and keeping you away from doing what you should be doing.
Yeah, that's what I stopped on Facebook. I didn't install Twitter, I didn't install Instagram and TikTok and all stuff like that, because I would say that's good. That's gonna just ruin my personal life, because I'm gonna be all the time scrolling and doing stuff like that. Okay, Dylan, so thank you for that quick interview. Hopefully we're gonna have 2 more wins. You're gonna have 2 more games like the last one in Inowrocławiu.
Hopefully.
And the last thing that I want to ask you: how do you feel about the fans in Inowrocławiu? Okay. Did you have an experience some fans like this, and pack gym on the home games like here in Inowrocławiu?
Yeah, the fans were really good. They supported us even when times were tough.
It's hard to find in the first league.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is my first time having a full crowd every single time. I mean, you go on Facebook after games, we have 300 comments. You look at other teams, they got 5 comments.
Yeah, no, and especially if you're gonna lose again, they're gonna be like 100 comments in the first 10 minutes, man, because you got so much coaching in Inowrocławiu, so everybody know how to play, how to make this up, how to make the timeout, and what play we should play. So if we are looking coach, you have like 1,000 of coaching in Inowrocławiu.
Yeah, but they're great. They supported us. My one only thing is like we also are humans. Like we have lives. Commenting bad things all the time about certain people or whoever, like we see that stuff. It's not like
it's hard to
tough
to hide somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I never liked the comments, because the comments that were strictly to me, I didn't care about them. But some comments through my colleagues, maybe because I was a captain, I have a few times when I like a private message to them, and I said, hey man, if you're gonna do it, say next time with my colleague, just leave them alone. Because then you're gonna deal with me, man.
Or like they don't even have a profile picture, so you can't even see who it is. That's the worst part.
That's the worst part, because if you want to say something,
at least say it so I know who you are, and I don't.
Exactly. So once again, Dylan, thank you for the interview,
you so much, man.
and the best for you.
Appreciate it, man.